Warm greetings to you all, our friends from around the globe. Welcome to today's MAI webinar, How to Use Social Media to Reach More Readers and Sell More Books. This is Ramon Rocha of MAI. We're so glad to see 85 lovely people from 36 countries register for this webinar. Special mention our friends from CLC International. I see Liz Patton here and Gary Chamberlain and CLC Colombia and CLC Sierra Leone. You're all here to support and help give moral support to Ivano, CLC Italy. I would like to especially welcome Alfred Kaikai. He left a comment when he registered. He said, I want to thank you for this awesome opportunity to be a part of this program, and I hope to share whatever I get here with my colleagues on team here in Sierra Leone. Thank you, Alfred. That is also our desire for you to share what the learnings and the lessons, the tips that we're going to learn today with your colleagues at work. We welcome your comments and questions. Please use the chat for your comments and the Q&A for your questions. Ivano Kramerotti will kindly respond to your questions and interactions after his presentation. We are so blessed to have Ivano Kramerotti as our guest speaker for this webinar on the use of social media to reach readers, to help them with their needs, and to sell more books. Social media, as you know, like Facebook, could be a boon or a bane. It could be a welcome and helpful communication tool, or it could be an annoyance. When I heard Ivano share what CLC Italy was so effectively doing on social media at the ECPA Virtual International Publishers Conference last year, I thought their social media strategies were great and would certainly be helpful if he could share these tips and these strategies with other global Christian writers and publishers as well. So let us warmly welcome the National Director of Centro del Libro Cristiano in Italy, Ivano Kramerotti. Ivano, please. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Ramon. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm Ivano from CLC Italy, and it is a pleasure and an honor for me to be invited to take this workshop about the activities we have done in CLC. And I hope that I could meet the needs of the attenders, and I pray that God will use this information to reach more people with the message of the gospel and to bring glory to his name. To contextualize what I would say during the presentation, you need to know that in Italy, Christian evangelical population is around 1.5%. So the principle I'm going to explain will have a different result depending on the size of your target segment. Share my screen now and my presentation. Here we are. Start. On this slide are listed all the platforms we are using in CLC Italy to reach the online users. The numbers you see besides the platform name are the total followers of CLC for that platform. The first number refers to the followers we had around 6 months ago when I did this presentation to ECPA. So you can see how they grow in the last few months, especially on Facebook and on WhatsApp. I imagine that many of you are confused by those 2 followers we have on Pinterest. But I have to tell you that Pinterest is ranked number 2 right after Facebook in the referral analytics acquisition that take users to our commercial website. So we need to consider that in the last decade, the importance of the images has grown a lot. At the time of the dial-up connection, the images uploaded on the net were around 100 kilobytes. But now we have the speed to upload better pictures on our websites, and the search engine take a high consideration of them. I included WhatsApp in the list, though it is an instant messaging tools rather than a social media, because it is actually the second most effective platform we are using in CLC Italy. It is more profitable than any other tool for the local bookshop. And it also has some interesting business functions that are worth to be seen. So this is the history of the development of the net, the social media net we have in CLC Italy. We started as soon as Facebook was released, creating fan pages. Actually, at the beginning, there was not this function, so we started with personal account, and then we converted it into fan pages. And then we start creating this kind of net, this kind of cloud. The point and the target was to create interest to our commercial website. That's why I put the website in the center and everything connected and well linked together. This is how generally a search engine works. It evaluates the quality of your content, how long it is your description, how good is the quality of the images, even the position of the information on your web page. And another fact, another important thing is that they see how many other websites or social media point to your website. And more you have of this, but it has to be consistent, it has to be well related, more you have of these and more the consideration of the search engine increase for your website. Of course, related to the research that one user is doing on the search engine. So we tried also to try some tools to connect the social media between each other. You know, something like you post on Facebook and automatically post on Twitter or automatically post on Instagram. But this was not very effective because this kind of tools get easily broken. So you need to check all the time. It's much better to find a service that allows you to schedule your post. Even though, because you need to separate, you don't publish the same thing. I mean, you publish the same content, but in a different way based on the social media you're publishing on. And that's why I put this numbers and letters on the social media icon. This represents the age span, the average age span, and the gender of the people that attend that social media, uses that social media. We can see on Facebook, it's an age span between 35 and 46, male and female. In Twitter, we have from 35 to 54, mainly male people with a high cultural level. We see that Instagram is below 35 and mostly female that uses it. Okay, and you need to consider that. You need to adapt your content and wrap your content based on this information if you want to be effective. Our mission as publisher, I want to talk about this again because we're not doing something to gain money, to convince people, or to have a right to impose our thought. As Christian publisher, we all have the goal to serve the Church of Christ. So we are not publishing just printed paper, but we produce tools for the believers that will help them to face the adversity of the world, tools for them to grow in the knowledge of the Bible and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So the way we set the communication in CLC, whether it is in the physical bookshop or in the digital channel, is based on the same principle. We believe in what we publish and we want to transmit it to the public. So we are not promoting a book just for selling it, but we want to be a blessing for the reader. We want to apply the biblical principle, love your neighbor as yourself. So all our efforts are based on that. Everything we do, all the relationship, the communication, when we suggest a new product, we try to question ourselves. We ask ourselves, is the right product for the right person? Do this product will help this person to grow, to be blessed through this? This is very important. It changes completely your attitude. It changes completely the way you think to the customer. Let's say customer, but they're actually brothers and sisters that need your help to grow. And we did some step to increase the interest about the product. To increase the interest about the product, we create posts, WhatsApp messages, video reviews, and book trailers, as most publishers and distributors do. But why would someone choose us instead of the others? It's because of content quality. That is the basis. We never put the link as it is on social media. No, we used to do that at the beginning. You copy the link of the product page and put it on Facebook, and it will generate automatically the title, the picture, and the description. And it's useful. Yes, it is, but it's not profitable in the way that people look at you. You look too commercial, and it's something really cold, without life. So what we do is select what we want to promote and create personalized images and description that enhance the information about the product. It's the same thing that you do on your desk in the bookshop, same thing that you do in your wall, window display, or your shelves. You don't put everything on the face, all the books on the face. You highlight several books, the one that you believe most, the one that you think that will be a blessing for that kind of period. Maybe you pay attention to the actuality information, what is happening in the world, and trying to display something that give an answer to that. So the same principle we apply in the digital world. At one point, a few years ago, we started this event called Book of the Month. So the idea behind this promotion is to give orientation to the customers about the books available in their catalog. When I joined CLC in 2004, the things were very different. So no social media, actually no computer system at all in the bookshops, no smartphone, only about 4,000 or 5,000 titles to choose from. This in Italy, obviously. But now we see new believers coming in the bookshops, not knowing what to pick from the shelves. And we assume that this is the same for a digital customer that goes on your website and going through the catalog, not knowing what to choose. So this is why we started to select a book, not necessarily new, read it, analyze it, and promote it to the public. Now, this event has changed a bit last May, in May 2021, not in the idea, but in the scheduling of the steps. We are now scheduling in advance few months of promotions. So we already know what will be the book of the month for March 2022, for example. We're around 4 or 5 months in advance. And we release the first day of the month, the schedule, as you can see here on the picture on the left. So we put the calendar on March, this was Mar is for Tuesday, martedì in Italian. So this is the calendar of the book of the month for June 2021. I took this because this is a very old book from, at least in Italy is old. The book, the sermon is very old, it's from Jonathan Edwards, and Segni caratteristici di un'opera dello Spirito di Dio is a sermon from Jonathan Edwards. And it's also old because it was one of the first book published in the 70s in Italy. One of the first of the great distribution, let me say. So I took this to give you an example of what this event can produce. So on Tuesday 1st of May, we say that this is the starting of the promotion. We give an extra discount, always submitted to the law of the country. We cannot do more than 5% in Italy for the books. So that's what we do. And on Friday 4th, we release the first chapter that the people can download and read the first chapter of the book. We send the link on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also through the newsletter. And this is on the right, is this picture on the right is the post that we put on Facebook. So download your free chapter for the book of the month of June 2021. And we say that on Monday 7, we release a brief presentation of the book. This is Samuele. I know that some of you know Samuele. He was the former national director, and he also suggested the book and made a little book trailer for that. But something, not a regular book trailer. It's something specific created, is a format specific created for this kind of event. Then on Thursday 10th, we start a video presentation on the YouTube channel. No, this is another, sorry. Monday 07 was the story on Instagram. It was a little presentation. Generally, we take it from this main presentation, we shorten it and put it on Instagram. Then we release the real one, that is the 10th. And then on the 17th, this month, we had the live stream with the publisher in this case. When it's possible, we involve the author of the book. But mainly, the books that are mainly available in Italian are translated from English, I'll say. So it is quite difficult to get in contact with the author. We would need translation. So what we do is involve the publisher and make an interview with the publisher talking about the book. This it goes from 40 to 40 minutes to 1 hour generally. And you can see how many people follow this, has been reached by this event. 1,586 people reached, 200 interaction, and 6 people shared the event on their page. This is a great success for Italy. Consider the amount of believers we have in this country. This is a very big goal. And I want to give you some figures. So the month before the promotion, only 1 copy was sold of this book. And the following 2 months, the month of the promotion and the following month, 119 copies were sold of this book. And you see down there the other book of the month, Mansueto Umile, in May 2021. And there is the number of copies sold the month before the promotion, and as the one up there, the month of the promotion and the following month, 85 copies. So, realtà che non si vedono, July, 2 copies versus 56. And the last one, 0 copies versus 53. So, it's not a huge number for a publisher in the US. This might be something very small, but you need to consider your target, your segment. If you're talking to million believers, of course, these numbers will multiply, okay? Another thing we do is not posting, as I said, just the link, but create images with the quotation of the authors to highlight several authors. Okay, we have to put them. We put them on Facebook and Instagram. That's why we made the square aspect ratio. This is good for the mobile. The people can easily see all the picture. You have to think also to the mobile and try to avoid the landscape ratio, aspect ratio for the picture. Otherwise, sometimes, most of the time, the social media will cut the edges of the picture. Where it's possible, we put the link, like on Facebook. On Instagram is not possible unless you have 10,000 followers. But we are going up there with the help of the Lord, and the link will take to our website, of course, to the page of the author. We noticed that these posts are having a discreet success. People are saving them or sharing on their pages. And also to increase the popularity of a product, we post quotation of a specific book, not only the author. And these are all selected. We're not picking a book or an author just casually, but we try to think it's the right moment. We pray about it as well, to be inspired, what to choose, trying to ask ourselves, what is the need of the people? We ask to the booksellers in our bookshops to understand what is the need of the people in that city, in that period, in that moment. And this is an example. On the left, you see the text that we put on the picture of the author's quotation with the link at the end. This is the Facebook one. And all the hashtag. Hashtag is very important. You need to be smart with the hashtag. It's something that helps to index something that is not text, like this post there is a bit of text, but not the picture. The picture doesn't have text in it, recognizable from the search engine. The hashtag categorize the post, so that the search engine can reach you when the people is looking for that. And also the users can search for a specific hashtag. If they click on it, they will have all the posts that talk about that, that has that hashtag inside. So choosing the hashtag is something that you need to do very smart. Not Don't be too generic, otherwise your hashtag will be lost in the sea of the post of the net. But don't be too specific, otherwise nobody will search for that. So you need to try maybe the hashtag that you want to put into your post, making some test, looking for that hashtag on the net, and see if it's specific enough, but not too much. On the right, you see the description of the book promotion. Okay, this is actually the description of the book, the link, and the hashtag. And the post is composed by two pictures. One is the quotation of the author of the book, and the other is the picture of the book. That is generally a composition, a photo composition. It's not just the picture of the book taken from the website and put it on the post. We take the books, we make it nice with a background, put it on the table, or make some environment like this. In the first case, segnali indicatori nella vita, we see the Jesus fish goes undercurrent, and all this other, I don't know how to say, is an environment. It's not just the cover of the book. Something real, something that you would see on a desk of someone in the real life. And this is important, especially for Instagram. Instagram is a photo-based social media, and the people want to see a real picture taken from the user. Okay. We also did something this summer. We did this test. We made this contest, asking the people to make a picture of a CLC book, a nice composition of the CLC book, and tag ourselves on that picture, on that post. And then the best picture, we selected the best picture and gave the last CLC publication for free to that person. It wasn't a success, but I wanted to talk about this as well, because sometimes we do something new and the people do not take it, embrace it immediately. So at this point, what you do, you can insist, trying to making the trend, a new trend, or you can adjust a little bit, trying to understand what didn't work in that idea. There was something that was not working, maybe the communication, maybe it's the social media, the channel you're trying to push it. Or you need to switch. So you need to change completely the idea. So the point is this: do not be discouraged if you do something new and it doesn't work, but just try to understand what is not working in what you did. We will try again, I guess, next year in summertime to do this, because generally in summertime we don't. In August we don't do the book of the month. There are other promotion that is not working in August because the people is on holiday. So we will try to do it again, maybe changing something, and let's see, and we see if it works. Otherwise, we'll switch to something else. But don't be discouraged. Sometimes you are the first one doing something, and the people are not used to that. I remember we started doing book trailers in Italy when nobody was doing that. Nobody. After that, after 1 year, secular publishers started doing that. Secular distributors, so they just copied us and started doing that. So don't be afraid to be the only one doing something. That could be your success. And one of the most successful activities is the live event. Live event is notified to all your customers and then remain recorded on your page. So it's a very, very effective way to promote. And it's something real. The live event is generally taken with a mobile, and it's something that the people don't feel distant. They feel that you are like them, and don't be shy. Don't believe that you're not the right person to talk in public, because that's what the people want. What they want, real people like them that talk about their problem. This is the power of the social media now. For YouTube, it's different. When you put a video on YouTube or other channels, the video must be a little bit more professional. But for Facebook and Instagram, you you can put videos even with less quality, and not fluent when you speak. So don't be embarrassed, don't be shy. And we try to organize this live event for the launch of the book. We did it for the book of the month, as you already seen, but we also try to organize it for the launch of the book. We translated Boundaries in Marriage, and we have these two friends, Fabrizio Magliocco and Mariella Repellino, his wife and husband. They are counselor, Christian counselor, pedagogist, psychologist, psychologist, and they help us. They very, very willing to help us to promote this kind of books. So we organize a live event with them, advertise it on Facebook and all the channels, newsletter, Instagram, and we had a discreet success with this. What we've done with this book is also to put a page at the end of the book, in the physical one. The last page say that there will be more content on the web. We invite the people to follow on our digital channels, and we put the hashtag Confini nel Matrimonio, telling them that if they go on the net searching for that hashtag, they will find more information, extra content. And when they look for that, this seminar will come out, other presentation will come out, pictures with the quotation of the books will come out. And what's the purpose of the quotation of the book? When you read the book, after a few months you've read it, you forget many things. You forget many principles, or you have to read it again, or your mind is not thinking all the time to that. But when this quotation comes out, it reminds you of the principle you read in that chapter, in that paragraph, and helps you to keep it and work with that in your life. So this is the purpose of the picture with the quotation also. And through the hashtag, you can find all this quotation and all this extra content. We also make live event when we receive new news in the bookshop or a new parcel, making the live unboxing or giving a panoramic of the calendars, now that it's the time of the calendars or the new Bibles released, and this is very, very effective. We're trying to treat the digital customers as some customer that enter in the bookshop. And you can do this as a distributor or as a publisher. It doesn't matter. It just changes the way how you present the book. We had some new ideas sometimes. Instead of doing the Black Friday, we invented the Blessed Friday, and we give a special discount. It is possible for a short period of time to make an extra discount to some book, a series, or a specific publisher. So we did 20% for 2 weeks. Same, and the advertisement says more than a Friday, more than a weekend, Blessed Friday, and we did it from the 15th to the 30th of November. 20% discount on the CLC publication. And we're having a discrete success with this. We started, I think we were the first Christian distributor doing this a few years ago. We're trying to keep it interesting, changing the way we communicate. The most successful platforms are Facebook and WhatsApp for us. Facebook is very good to enlarge your circle of customers through tagging other people, putting interesting content that the people can share, and you can reach their followers too. It helps you to maintain a high interest about your organization because you keep posting and coming up to the walls of the people. They don't forget about you. It helps you to increase the interaction with your commercial site, because when you put links that point to your website, it really helps you to gain popularity for the search engine. It helps you to make sure that people do not forget about you, as I said, if you appear every day. But don't overload. If you overload, the people start skipping, and the algorithms do that, and trying to make you appear less on that follower page. So be there with a presence, but not too much. Don't bother the people. Don't spam. Convey to people that you're a mission and a Christian organization. It helps you to transmit this principle. We had this problem in Italy for a while. I mean, since I joined CLC, that the people entered the bookshop believing that I was the owner of the bookshop, and believing that we did a bunch of money selling on the shoulder of the Christians, But we wanted to change this mentality. We wanted to communicate that we're actually a mission. We're doing this to help the church. We're doing this to help the believers. And Facebook is a good way to do it. Of course, you need a plan. It took few years, but now with all the activity we're doing, people started to change their mind about CLC in Italy. WhatsApp helps you to communicate with your loyal customers and local customers as well. It has business functions that help you to be quick. You have templates for the answer. Of course, you need the business, the WhatsApp business installed on your phone. So you need a dedicated number for the bookshop or for the publishing house. And with this business function, you can set automatic templates for for messages. Someone asks you what's the time of the bookshop, and you just type the code for that template and answer. It helps you to be quick and answer to more requests at the same time. You also have this function to the opening time. So, and set an automatic message in the time that you are closed. People write to you if it's not an opening time for the shop. WhatsApp automatically send them a message saying, sorry, we're closed. We will answer as soon as we're back, and the time of the shop is this, etc., etc. You can set broadcast list. This is also the regular version of WhatsApp, but this is a good tool for the customer. You can categorize your customers between pastors or worship leaders or Sunday school responsible, and send specific message based on their interest. Or also someone that always look for theological book, or someone that likes fiction, Christian fiction. So it's very useful to personalize and be more effective on the communication. Another good thing is the user status on WhatsApp. It's like Facebook stories, but I think you can put only one status at a time. And this is good for passive communication. I can tell you that every time we change the status, sometimes in specific bookshop in Italy, not all of them, but there are few bookshops that every time that they change the status, they receive order for that book or for that product they put on the status. There is another thing very interesting for the publishers, that is the catalog function on WhatsApp Business. And I put some screenshot. You go to the three dots to the settings, and there is strumenti attività. This is the tool for the activity, let's say. And then you have catalog. The second link is catalog. And you can create a catalog with a name and a caption, adding the product directly from your web page. You name the product, you put the price, the description of the product, the link, and even the product code, and then will be added on your catalog. And how do people know about these products on your catalog? This is the user view of one of our bookshop, Libreria CLC Torino. On the top right, I put a circle, red circle. There will be a little icon of the shop. When you click that, all the catalogs for that user will be shown. And you can see, you can directly write to the user asking for that book, or going to the website. You can go to the website and do the online purchase. And this is very useful, especially for publisher. For us that distributes thousands of books, it would be impossible to put a catalog. We did it sometimes for a special promotion, but it's a bit complicated when you need to change it every time. But for a publisher that has a stable catalog, you just add the new book every time you publish a new one. And there's also the new WhatsApp beta function. I don't have the screen because it's very new, but I can talk about it. You can go on Google and search for WhatsApp beta, and it's very easy to. It seems to be very easy to activate. One of my bookshop activated it, and you can use WhatsApp Business up to 4 computers. WhatsApp Web up to 4 computers contemporary. and also with the phone turned off. So you put it on, you can, if you have few people helping you managing the WhatsApp, you can give access to two, three, four people. One is in charge for answering the customers, another one for sending the broadcast message, broadcast list message, another one for changing the status. So you don't have to do everything by yourself. I put some strategies to increase the follower that we are doing in CLC. Oh, sorry. What we've done, we produce a postcard to put into all the online orders and also on the desk of our bookshops that invite people to follow you on your social media and to leave a review. As you say, we put the QR code that takes to the bookshops in the website or bookshop list. And then the other two QR codes are for putting a review on Facebook and on Google Business. And this is having a good effect. We receive regularly, we receive reviews, good reviews, thanks God. It means that we treat them well. And another thing is to put interesting content that the people can share and involve their followers. Then you have to involve key people for reviews and tagging them on the post. If you know pastors or Bible school teachers prepared or specialized for a subject, make them review your book and put the video, link them, tag them in the way that they can share it on their page, and you increase your follower target. Then make a good use of the hashtag, as I said. Don't be too generic, don't be too specific. And then verify your fan page for a better sense of reliability. This is something that Facebook allowed to do. There's a function to verify your activity, your fan page, that will make a call to be sure that it's you. And then you will have this check, this blue check beside your name. And it seems something stupid, but it gives a different feeling for someone that have a list of pages and see someone that is verified. So there are all little things that helps you to gain credibility. For Instagram, relationship is the keyword. Because you cannot put link on Instagram unless you have 10,000 followers, it's more difficult to make interaction with the users. So the only way to increase follower is start following someone else and hoping that they will start following you. Put like to someone else's post and share someone else's post in a way that you start interact with them. This is the only way to start producing, or invite people through your newsletter, through the website, to follow you on Instagram, of course. But this interaction, this relationship way is the most effective. And then create the opportunity for them to talk about you, as we did with the contest last summer. We also had an idea during the lockdown. Of course, the sales of the website got very increased a lot. So people could not go out or come to the bookshop, so started ordering online. And what we did, is to reward all the customers that bought from us during the lockdown. So I think it was all the order above 40 euros. We send them a free book for that. Of course, we had the ability to do that. We had these books available to give for free. You can do something different, but I tell you, a lot of people spontaneously make a picture of the letter we sent and the book and tagging the CLC, saying that it was a very huge surprise. They were very thankful of the gift they received. And this helps a lot to create a buzz around us and for the people to talk about us. Inbound rather than outbound. What we do is trying to, why I say inbound. Inbound that you push the people to come to you. You're not going, you're not spamming them, calling them directly, but you create an environment for them to come over you. This is more difficult to do, but if you can get it, it's much more effective. And then you have to keep an eye on what others are successfully doing. Even the pages outside the Christian circle. Sometimes the children of the darkness are smarter than the children of the light. So we need to see what the others are successfully doing and readapt to our context. So summarizing, we need to mind the quality of the content. We need to work on the relationships. We need to give reliable information, build a good reputation, and need to be aware of the updates, the new functionalities of the social media or the tools we are using, and also new platform. I'm keeping an eye on TikTok that actually started with just a very young generation, but it's changing. It's still changing. Just see the history of the social media. Facebook started with the young generation. Then, when the parents and the grandparents joined, they left. They left for Instagram. So then, on Instagram, the parents and the grandparents joined, and they left for TikTok. And this will happen again, I guess. So we need to keep an eye on that. I want to give you just a little, to tell you a little story, a real one. I have a friend working for a sea park here close to my house, and they invested last year 70,000 euros on TikTok advertisement, paying advertisement. They had a return of more than 1 million euros. So this is a secular organization. They have other possibilities compared to us. But just to give you an idea, if you do the right thing in the right moment, in the right way, that can have a very, very powerful effect. So I hope you get something interesting from this webinar. I went too long, sorry, and I give space for the question and answer. Thank you, Ramon.
Well, thank you so much, Ivano. That's really very helpful. You have provided us with very good practical tips and strategies that we can perhaps implement in our respective countries. And thank you. You mentioned TikTok, and it's very interesting that you are trying to study it and how you could use TikTok. Uh, I'm intrigued as well if the publishers, the global publishers, will begin using TikTok. But thank you for mentioning that.
Mm, mm,
Rodrigo Sosa, is asking, what about, are you paying? Are you investing a lot of money in your social media strategy?
We don't pay any advertisement. I did sometimes with Google AdWords just to increase the to increase the new follower, the new people, to reach people that didn't know about CLC, but for a short period of time, but on the website, advertising the website, or if there was some special event like Nick Vujicic or some special speaker, okay, but for 1 week or 10 days. And I'm not done that, I haven't done that for a while now, a couple of years, I'd say. We're trying to work with the regular tools that you have on the social media. It produces more loyal followers, because sometimes the advertisement, it's good, okay, for a company that has a lot of competitors. In the case of Christian publishing in Italy, is a little bit different. It's a very narrow segment, so it's better to reach them in another way. But I guess that in an environment like the US, where you have a lot of Christian bookshops, a lot of publishers, so it would be effective to pay advertisement. But it's not the CLC Italy case for now.
Okay, thank you for that. Hannah Noran is asking, what about if we follow someone whom we might not agree with theologically, for example? Will it appear that we will agree with this person whom we do not agree with, you know, their interpretation of the Bible, perhaps?
I can understand. We were more aware of this in the past. Depends of the cultural situation of your country, of the Christians in your country. Now it's more relaxed, the situation. They don't think that you agree. If you are friend with someone on Facebook or on Instagram, they don't think that you agree with everything they say, okay? But it used to be like that. So it took a while for us to start doing that. We waited until the Christian world was ready to accept that. So you need to be aware and wise and do the right thing in the right moment.
Thank you. Mutoni Mercy is asking, thank you, Mutoni, for being here. Do your fan numbers in Facebook, 22,000 followers, are they generic or paid for?
No. They're all real. Okay. Gain with the sweat of our.
And how many years? How many years have it took you to get that number of followers on Facebook?
We started since the beginning. I don't remember, 2009, I guess, when Facebook started. But it was just a small, of course, for years, was just a small, apart from some bookshop. Catania was very successful, and Rome was very successful since the beginning. It depends, of course, of how many people use Facebook at that time, how many Christians. So, but then we break and we started increasing more and more. You see how many we gain almost 2,000 in 1,000 and a half in 6 months.
In 6 months, you gained more followers.
They're all spontaneously following us.
Congratulations. You're doing very well. Ali Kennedy is asking, can you recommend a social media scheduling post service? There's several companies
Mhm.
that offers that. Which one do you
Okay.
recommend? Like Hootsuite or other similar companies?
There are many. You have to pay for that. I used to use Postcrone. That's the name.
What's the name
Po-
again?
Postcrone.
Can you type on the chat?
Yeah, Postcrone. Post chron. I think it's like that, like chronologically posting.
Okay.
And it worked. It was not expensive, and it worked for Twitter, Facebook, and it didn't work very well for Instagram. But at one point, you see, Facebook could give you the opportunity to schedule your posts directly from your page, so you don't need actually a tool like that. You need it if you have multiple Facebook pages and you want to save time. So you use Hootsuite or Twitter feed, TweetDesk, I think. I don't remember. But it's very easy. If you go on Google, you will find dozens of articles, posts from blogs that tells you which one is the best, which one is the more convenient, what are the weakness of the strength of these and the other. It's very easy to find this information. But anyway, we're not using that. We're scheduling on the page directly.
Okay. You're scheduling on the page directly, not using,
Mhm.
but you said you're using Postcrom.
We used to use it.
How you used to
We
use
used in the past. We used in the
in
past.
the past.
Sorry, my English is not very good. So
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
we used it in the past, but then we just spend $100 a year for something that you can do it for free.
I
So
see, I see. So if you can
we are
find,
very tight. We're very tight in CLC.
that's right.
We don't want to lose the money.
Same with everyone, I think. Yeah. So Benedita is said extremely interesting, but my audience is not tech savvy. How could you encourage Benedita? Her audience,
Yeah,
they're not tech savvy.
tech
How would you
savvy.
encourage her to continue pursuing social media strategy? Because the audience may not be really that tech savvy. The people that she's trying
I
to
don't
reach.
understand what is tech savvy. What's
Maybe they're not really very keen on using the social media.
okay, okay. You need to find at least you need to know what is the way to reach them. We don't work just with social media. We also print the paper catalog and still send it to the people, to the house. Of course, we collect the address in the bookshop or directly on the website, but we're still doing that old way communication for them. There are old people that they don't have smartphone, they don't have Facebook, so you need to reach them in the way they know how to be reached.
Maybe Benedita, you can you can set the trend. Like I don't know, reach the young people first with TikTok. I mean, jump right straight into it. I mean, it's something that you can explore and study. Okay,
One
where
way could be putting in the print. I don't know if Benedicta is a publisher or a bookseller,
yeah,
but if you're a publisher, you can put a page at the end of your book or at the beginning,
yeah,
advertising your social media. So inviting people to do. Maybe someone that doesn't have Facebook say, "What is this Facebook? Let me ask to my nephew," and he explain it, and I help him to create an account and start following you. But you have to give them a reason to do it. So tell them that you, through those channels, you will give them extra information about the book. You will give some special promotion only for your followers. So they are pushed, encouraged to do that.
That's very important, Ivano. They need to find your Facebook account, your Facebook page helpful to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for them to continue following you. You
Mhm.
should be posting something helpful to them.
I mean, we say Facebook, but we say social media. Could be
Yes.
Instagram, could be TikTok,
Yeah,
everything.
it could be other formats.
Mhm.
Gary Chamberlain is asking if a publisher or a small bookshop have very few staff. I mean, only a small team, and you can only use two social media platforms. Which two would you suggest? I think you mentioned uh, Facebook and WhatsApp that are two most successful for you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Facebook for the live stream, for the type of content that you can broadcast, and WhatsApp is for the direct interaction with the customer. I think we're already at success with that, but from the lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
we really increased the order through the WhatsApp. So people sometimes, we have bookshop in Rome, for example, it's very difficult to reach. You go by train, it took you 2 hours for someone outside of the city to go there, pick a book, and go back home. Okay, so and it's very frustrating if you go there and you don't find the book you were looking for. So they started using, we tried, since I was there in 2004, I tried to push this habit to call before coming and see if the book is available and keep it for them. So the way they relate with us, it's this. They write on WhatsApp now, they order, and even send me this. We started doing the free shipping for 30 euros order, and they start ordering from everywhere through WhatsApp.
You know, I'm really very pleased that you mentioned WhatsApp as a very good tool for you because not too many
Mhm.
people, not too many publishers are using WhatsApp. And it's popular. I think in Africa, it's popular just to share, and use it as a communication tool. But you're using it for your social as a social media platform for you. Are you
Mhm.
paying the business, the WhatsApp business? Is that
No, WhatsApp business is free.
free?
You just to look for it on the iOS Apple Store or Android Store. It's
Okay,
for free.
it's for free. You don't pay anything to use
Mhm.
WhatsApp business, and it has
And
more.
that to enable that beta version, you
Mhm.
need to do it inside the app. Once you download that business, WhatsApp business, you go to the setting and click to apply to the beta program.
I see.
Then, after you enable that, you will be able to connect more computer at the same time.
But you're using a lot of the features of the WhatsApp business for your
Mm-mm.
advantage. So that's really
Yeah.
great. Yeah. Ali Kennedy is asking, is playing the social media game the only way to succeed in this world? Is it really very strategic and necessary that you use social media? What do you think?
I think so. I think so. We're seeing a switching of a generation, and also because of the pandemic, a lot of people started using the digital channel to get in contact. How many Zoom users we have now? How many were before the March 2020? So even in the professional world between colleagues, the thing has changed. The school in Italy, we experimented for the first time the homeschooling. I mean, at distance. I don't know. We call it that, but it's not nothing to do with the father. It's didattica a distanza. I mean that you teach from a distance. And elementary school children were on the screen following the lessons on last March.
Mhm.
So the habit of the people inevitably has changed. and we need to follow that wave
Yeah.
if we want to reach them. The point is this: we need to be, I say, Paul said, we need to be Romans with the Romans and Greek with the Greeks. So this
Yeah.
is the same principle. We need to be digital with the digitals.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. CLC Publishing. You're publishing books, right? So are you using Amazon? Because Benedita is asking, are you publishing in
Yeah.
Amazon?
We're not giving the books to Amazon. We are selling through Amazon
You
as
sell
a
through Amazon.
match. Yeah. I think this is more effective for the Italian market at the moment. If the things will change, we will change as well. But for the moment, it's much better. We're kind of using Amazon to make marketing. So all the order we ship from the Amazon customers, we send our postcard and offering to push them to come to our websites. So we're kind of using Amazon for marketing
Okay. So you're using Amazon for your marketing purposes as well.
as well. And we see people switching from Amazon to our website. That
Mm-hmm.
is more convenient for them.
Is you're available in both. You're present in
Oh
both.
yeah, we are available in both. More channel you can distribute, better it is.
Yes. Yes. Amara asking about the recording. I will send you the link to the recording later this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Time. Alfred Kaikai, social media is just picking up here, okay, in Sierra Leone. With social media handle do we focus on? I think you should start with Facebook, is it? Facebook and WhatsApp. I think you can follow the strategy of CLC Italy, as what Ivana said. It's the two most successful platforms for them is Facebook and WhatsApp. I think to start on.
But at least try, try. It's not a big effort to
Yes.
try to make an account and see what's happening. At
Uh,
least you start following someone else and see what they're doing.
do you have a dedicated staff handling your social media?
It's part of our team members. How do you say? I saw that two or three of them were able in doing this, very efficient,
Okay.
especially in the personal account. So I create this group called Marketing and Communication, and we plan together what to do. We start, well, but we also ask to the booksellers, the manager of the bookshops, what to do. It's very good to have people on the first line, talking with directly with the customers that can tell you, okay, they need this, they need that, they always ask me for this, and we're based on that needs. We need to encounter that need.
You need to be in touch with the customers, trying to understand what they need, and you address them
Mm-hmm.
in your social media strategy. Very
Mm-mm.
good. Uh, Jewel from Bangladesh is thanking you for a very helpful advice. Very inspiring, said Ivanova from Cameroon. And Dafros and Jean Pasteur from the Congo. Exactly, very inspiring indeed. So, Sam Nyarko from Ghana, thank you for sharing with us some practical insights. God bless you. Very inspiring from Mutoni. And Leticia, thank you. I'm an author rather than a bookseller. There are some helpful tips here. Yes, it's not only for booksellers, but also for authors, for
Okay.
Laura. Thanking you. Santi, yes, from Indonesia as well. And Inge is wrote about the challenge that she is facing in Tanzania, and she said that some people are warned someone warned me about some social media like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, which are thieves. People are said stealing, let's say, the book cover, and then trying to appear that they are the owner of this
Mm.
cover or this book. So some unscrupulous people are using, for evil means. So
Yeah, it is always like that. We we give we notify sometimes people doing this with no rights to do it. So there's also a process to ban. So if you notify several times someone is not doing something correctly, then Facebook will ban that person. They close the account. So it must be something that against the law. If they go against the law, so this is there is a process that they do for blocking them.
I see. So
Also in YouTube, we produce a couple of videos, DVDs, and I used to find them on YouTube, and then I notify saying that I'm the owner. This is the right we pay to the former publisher, and they block the video. They remove the video.
you can take steps and complain about these people who are using.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There is a button in every post. There is a button where you can notify to Facebook or Instagram
hmm.
something wrong with that post.
Okay, okay, thank you. That's helpful. What
Mm.
about Google Business, Celestine, from working for?
Google Business. We're using Google Business. When I opened the account, it was free actually.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to pay, I guess. I'm not sure now, but for a period of time, I saw that you have to pay for each shop you put it in. Now maybe it's for free. I didn't check actually, because these things change very quickly. But when I opened it, it was for free. Even the managing of the email was free. It was a beta version.
Okay.
What I did, what I always did, trying to get a service as they come up, okay, a new service. Just do an account and see how it works. Most of the time, they start with the free version to test it with more people, and then they start the price, okay, the plan with the monthly fee or annual fee. But if you subscribe before that date, maybe it could be remain for free. Now we have Google, for example, all the managing of the email and the domain email on Google free. If you want to do it now, you have to pay 40 euros for each address that you create for your company. So it's better to get the first one when something's come out, and then you evaluate. If you don't like it, you leave it.
You leave it. You're not forced to use it. Yeah. But
But Google Business, I saw that a lot of people reach our bookshops through Google Business.
yeah.
They look on Google for a Christian bookshop, and the closest CLC bookshop come out. They call or they go with the indication.
Well, this has been really a very helpful webinar, Ivano. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and your expertise in this field. I think you have given us a lot of tips and advice. And on behalf of all the participants from around the world, thank you very
Mhm.
much. Thank you very much for
You're welcome. I'm glad to
sharing.
be part of it.
Yes, yes, we are so blessed. We are so blessed with your sharing. Any last words of encouragement for our audience? Any just to encourage them and use social media in their ministry and business.
Don't be afraid to be too small. Don't be afraid to look non-professional in your video and the things that you do. Just, I mean, the fear do not match very well with the faith. So have faith, pray, ask God the strategy to reach the people. And if you have the good attitude, if your intention is to spread the gospel, to serve God, and to bring glory to his name, I think it will give you the right thing. It will put you in contact with the right person that give you the right suggestion to increase your work and multiply your results.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that words of encouragement. Um, just to before we finally say goodbye, we've gone over time, but thank you for sticking with us. Let me just say an MAI prayer request. We are asking for your prayers for Lit World 2022. This is the post instead of me trying to share the screen, just the poster of our conference in 2022 in Hungary from April 24 to 29. Please pray that this global conference will be successful, even in the onset of this new virus, Omicron. We pray that this will not really prevent us from holding this in-person conference in Hungary. And some of you are planning to come. Thank you so much, and pray that this conference will be successful and this will be helpful to all those who are coming and really encouraging. A good time to network, a good time to encourage one another. So that's LitWorld 2022. Visit our website, litworld.org, for more details. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all your interaction. This has been a lively webinar. Thank you, Ivano, again. You have been you're so gracious and kind in helping us and preparing for this webinar. So
Thank
goodbye,
you.
everyone. God bless you all. Hope to see you again next month for our no, actually, the next webinar is on the 14th of December. So we'll send out the invitation for that. Thank you. God bless you all. Goodbye for now.